Hello boys and girls, my name is Atul Verma. I am a UX designer and researcher. In this video, I'm going to talk about tips to manage user research. It's very important to complete a user research project on time. Sometimes deadlines are skipped and user research is not finished on time. Well, deadlines are important and success of a user research project depends on timely delivery. After working on a few research projects, I got to know the common issues that causes delay in the project. In this video, I would like to share some tips to manage user research. Let's get started. Let's start from the beginning. Imagine you're working in a team of two in the beginning of a research project, and it's great. You and a teammate define the objectives and move on to the later phases of the project. Then other people start to join in the meeting and they want to add more research objectives. So you go back to the objective defining phase and add those research objectives, and you move on to later phases of the project. When you are in the middle of the project, then comes the CEO and she said that half of the total research objectives are irrelevant. She asked to remove those irrelevant objectives and add objectives which she will tell. You stop in the middle of the project, you go back to the starting phase and again start defining objectives. That means you work on the projects from scratch. This interruption in the middle of the project, going back and start the process again, it just consumes a lot of time. So tip number one is to refine the objectives in the beginning and keep the stakeholders in the loop so that they know what's going on in the project. Move on to the later phases only after discussing the objectives with all the stakeholders so that you don't get surprises in the middle of the project. So that was tip number one. It's best to prepare the screener, start recruiting and scheduling participants as soon as possible. One issue we face is that sometimes the participant is not available for study. The whole research team and clients are waiting to watch the interview and the participant just doesn't show up. It affects the project timeline and adds up to the project cost. So to avoid this situation of participant not showing up, my tip is to start recruiting early and keep sending participants regular reminders. Have you heard about Murphy's Law? It says anything that can go wrong will go wrong. There will be uncertainties which can affect your project timeline. To avoid getting project timeline affected by these uncertainties, tip number 3 is to add buffer time between activities. So the objective is to finish activities as soon as possible without consuming buffer time. Buffer time is only to absorb uncertainties. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys found these research tips useful. And I want you to comment in this video and tell me what do you think about these user research tips and how do you manage user research. I'll be sharing more videos related to design and research. Till then, I'm Atul Verma saying,
Hasta la vista, baby.